Hi everyone, I am Dr. Dipak, a pediatric occupational therapist and the founder of WeeCare. If you have ever wondered why does your child cover their ears when the vacuum starts, or why do they melt down just because their shirts feel itchy, or maybe why do they keep spinning and jumping without stopping? So you are not alone, and this is not a bad behavior. It might be their sensory system trying to tell you something. Today we will talk about why some children seem too sensitive or too active and what is really going on inside their brain and body. Before we start, I want to reassure every parent watching, sensitivity is not something to fix. It is something to understand and support. When we understand what our child's brain is feeling, we can respond with the empathy instead of frustration. And that is a game changer in parenting. So what exactly is sensory processing? In simple terms, it is how the brain receives, interprets and responds to the information from our senses. We have 8 sensory systems, not just 5. Visual for the sight, auditory for the hearing, tactile for the touch, olfactory for the smell and gustatory for the taste, vestibular for the movements and balance, and same the proprioceptive for the body awareness. And interoception signals like the body signals like hunger, heart rate, emotion. Each second after brain filters thousands of sensory input, deciding what is important and what to ignore. But for some children, that filter doesn't work smoothly, and that is where sensory processing differences appear. So now let's break down this into 3 main patterns, something every parent can observe. First one is the sensory sensitivity or the over-responsive behavior. These are kids who feel everything too much, sounds feel louder, lights seem brighter, clothes feel itchy, a simple touch can feel overwhelming, they might cover their ears, avoid the hug or refuses certain clothes. Second one is the sensory seeking or under-responsive or the craving. These children are always moving, they like jumping, spinning, touching everything, they need extra sensory input just to feel the right. They might love crashing into the pillow, making loud noises or playing roughly. And the third category is low registration, under-responsive children. These kids seems to be in their own world. They don't notice when you call their name or when their hands get messy. They need a stronger input to respond. Let me share a few short examples. First one is Ananya, a 5-year-old girl. Ananya hated wearing jeans and socks. Morning were full of tears. Her parents thought she was just being the stubborn, but actually her tactile system was over-responsive. The fabric felt painful. Once they switched to the softer cotton leggings and used the deep pressure hug before the dressing, mornings became calmer. Second case is the Arab. Arab was always running, spinning, jumping. Teachers said he can't sit still. But Arab vestibular and proprioceptive system were under-responsive. His brain needs movements to feel organized. Once his occupational therapist introduced heavy work activities before the class, his focus improved dramatically. So these are not naughty kids. They are children whose brains are wired differently. Inside the brain, sensory processing happens in areas like the thalamus, brainstem and cerebellum, all working together to organize the incoming information. So when there is a miscommunication, the brain overreacts or underreacts to the certain sensation. Think of it like a radio with the statics. The signal is there, but it's distorted. That's why one child might cry when the water splashes their face, while other child enjoys it for the hours. This difference is called the sensory modulation, and it explains why no two children experience the world the same way. Here are some common signs that your child might have the sensory processing differences. First one is that they cover their ears with the loud noises. Second, they refuses to the brush, bath or the grooming things. Third, maybe they get upset with the certain textures, food or the clothes. Next is that they always bumping, jumping, crashing into the things. They have difficulty sitting still or concentrating. They are very picky eater. They have meltdowns in the crowded or noisy places. They seem unaware of the pain, cold or the hunger. They get exhausted easily or overly hyper after the busy days. If you are nodding yes to several of these, it's worth looking deeper, not with a worry but with the curiosity. Okay, so here is the good news. There is so much you can do at home to support the sensory regulation. First one is the observe the pattern. Notice what triggers your child and what calms them. Keep a small sensory diary. It helps to identify the patterns. Next one is the use deep pressure. Firm hugs, weighted lap pads or pushing heavy objects can calm an overactive sensory system. Next is offer some movement breaks like the trampoline jumps, wall push-ups, crawling or crab walk. These help kids who seek the input. Next one will be the reduce overload. such as the dim lights, use noise cancelling headphones, or choose soft clothing for the sensitive kids. Next is to create a sensory corner, a cozy spot with the cushions, fidget toys, or calming lights. This gives kids a place to self-regulate their senses. If your child's sensitivities are affecting daily life like eating, dressing, brushing, school participation, or sleep, it is time to seek help from an occupational therapist trained in sensory integration. And OT can assess your child's sensory profile, design the personalized activity, and teach parents how to integrate therapy into play and routines. Early understanding makes a huge difference. It helps children to grow with the confidence instead of anxiety. Remember, having sensory differences doesn't mean something is wrong with your child. It just means their brain experiences the world in a unique way. Many creative, intelligent, and gifted children have sensory sensitivity. Your understanding is the first step and most powerful in the step in helping your child feel safe, confident, and understood. If this video helped you understand your child better, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to WeeCare. Comment below, which sensory behavior do you see in your child most often? I would love to hear your stories and questions. Maybe I will feature one of them in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am Dr. Dipak and this is WeeCare. My goal is to make therapy simple and meaningful for every parent. Remember, every child feels the world differently. Our job is to understand their language. See you in the next video. Thank you.